Hey guys, I'm back on the Pinhoti. Got my hubs back there behind me. We're doing an anniversary trip. We're gonna do from Porter's Gap to Adams Gap, which is section 5. Looking forward to it. Should have some nice views. First time, I don't think that I'll have to deal with rain. Fingers crossed. But of course, I've got my rain gear just in case. The first snake I've seen on the Pinhoti. I'm so excited. Poor little guy almost stepped on him. He's so scared. But he seems pretty calm now. Just a little green snake. So I think we're about 2 miles in. My GPS didn't start recording right away, so it says 1.5 miles, but we're probably more like 2 or 2.5 miles in. There's this nice rock garden here, lots of pretty views. I just had a giant Reese's peanut butter cup with pretzels in it. I definitely recommend it.
Hi.
So we have been walking beside Talladega Creek. We crossed a railroad and a bridge and then walked down this side road to reach this natural spring. So we went over the train tracks just a little while ago. I'm glad that we're maybe a 1/4 mile from them now because that is so loud. It's been a long time since I hiked near a train track. Growing up, I lived right by the Natchez Trace Parkway and it crossed over a train track, so we would frequently be there when the trains came by, and it always stuck out to me as a kid just how loud it was. It would we'd stand, a safe distance from the track, but enough that you could feel the roar of the engine as it went by. This takes me back a little bit. So every time I'm out on trail, I find some remnants of a dead animal or an actual dead animal. This time it appears to be, I don't know, maybe squirrel or raccoon. I'm gonna go with raccoon. Getting ready to pack up our food bags and hang our bear bag. So a couple things, bear bag doesn't just need your food, things like toothpaste and anything scented you're gonna want to put into your bear bag too. I also pack up my cook pot and the little towel I use to dry it out and everything. All of that goes into this bag and hang it up, and then I don't have anything scented in my tent. I also double check my pack pockets to make sure I didn't leave a wrapper or anything in there from my snacks of the day. I'll show you how to hang the bag. So it is almost 9. We've had a pretty leisurely start to our morning. Yesterday, there were all these little orange flags along the trail, and we couldn't quite figure out what they were. But then this morning, just after 6, a couple of trail runners ran through our campsite. Another 120 or so trail runners for the Trailblaze, the Make-A-Wish Trailblaze challenge. But it was fun because I actually got to see my friend Tony, who is doing the Trailblaze challenge. We saw runners in tutus and 6-foot-tall men with pink ponytails, and just a whole range of folks out doing a good thing. It's a charity run for Make-A-Wish. So every one of those runners that came through raised $2,500 for Make-A-Wish. So it's pretty neat. If you haven't heard of the Trailblaze Challenge, you should definitely check it out. But maybe if you're planning an anniversary trip on the Pinhoti, pick a different weekend. So we are going through the infamous rock garden section of this trail, which I'd read was about 2 miles of ankle twisting rocks. And it is, but the nice thing is they're not constant. So it's like you've got a rocky section like that behind me, but you also have these nice little breaks in between. So it's not too bad. I mean, we're maybe a quarter of the way to half the way through it. So we'll see how I feel on the other side. So this section doesn't have the kind of recent storm damage that the last few sections I've been through do, but I would be remiss if I didn't give a shout out to the trail maintenance crews. And this is a fairly recent cut here that would not be fun to climb over this big tree. So thanks, guys. So we just passed an aid station for the Trailblaze Challenge. All of the runners are definitely in front of us, but they hang out until they've made it to the next station. So the first runners have finished the race now. Well, it's not really a race, but they've finished, and I'm just admiring all these beautiful wildflowers here. I need to get better with wildflowers. I don't know what they all are, but they're pretty. So we are a little over 8 miles in. We have really had a great hike. I mean, there's honestly, people talked about the rock garden being a little tricky and everything, but we had fun with it. I think just keep, go into it with a good attitude and take your time. And we are at the campsite that we had planned to stay at tonight, but we still have several hours of daylight. It's not even 3 yet, so we're gonna knock out these last couple of miles and drive back to Birmingham. Food and, trail celebration.